hosting tonight's
This call is
session.
now being recorded.
Thank you, we know. All right, so I'm super excited to be hosting tonight's session with you guys. We are going to have a super fun and amazing and enlightening time. I promise you that the session promises to be eye-opening, promises to be super interesting, and it promises to be educative. Um, we'll just try to wait for a few more people to join. But before we get started, can you type in the chat? I want to know how you're doing. Just tell me, how was your day? How was your day? Hope your day was interesting. Hope it was eventful. How was your day like today? Just tell me in the chats. Tell me how your day was in the chat. You can just open the chat box and type in the chat how your day was. I want to know. I want to know how your day was. Marilyn says it's better than good. Amazing. I want to be like you when I grow up, Marilyn. I want to have better than good days. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Marilyn. My day was the same as every other day. How was yours? Thank you for asking, Deborah. Only Deborah has asked how my day was. Well, my day was super eventful. I I I did a lot of stuff. I was able to get a lot of stuff done, and I'm super proud of that. Thanks for asking, Deborah. Even though your day was like every other day, I promise you it's not going to end like every other day, because by the time you're done with this session, you're better equipped uh to land a remote tech job. All right, you at least you know better now how to position yourself to land remote tech jobs. Sebastian says his day was fruitful and productive. Awesome. Sounds like music to my ears. Isheolua, your day was boring. Well, luckily for you, you're in my session, so your day is not going to end up boring. It might have started boring, but definitely not going to end up boring. So just be open-minded, be super attentive, be ready to learn, and I hope we have pen and paper to, you know, put down stuff. Uh Arnold, thank you. My day was lit. I like the lingua. Arnold probably is a Gen Z. My day was lit. Thank you, Chidim. Okay, Chidima's day was pleasant. Ngozi, very grateful to God. Esther, fantastic. All right, guys, welcome to the session tonight. It's a virtual taster session, and in this session, we want to open your eyes to strategic things that you literally will not get out there. All right, so if you're looking to get into the tech industry, if you've been looking, you've been thinking, you've been looking for ways to start your tech journey, I want to congratulate you, because you are in just the right session for that. All right. So I would start right away, but I would like to know, before we even start, is this the first time you're joining our session, or you're a regular attendee? I want to know, my audience, if this is your first time joining a Nebian session, a Nebian analytics session, please type in the chat first time. Deborah's third session. Awesome. So I want to know, out of the 40 something people we have on the call, if it's your first time, please type first time. If it's not your first time, please type regular. Right. So if you're a regular attendee, please type regular. If it's your first time, please type first time. Awesome. I have a lot of first timers on the call. Awesome. Awesome. A lot of first times. Good. I like that I have a lot of first timers, because you get to experience the Nebian source, like I like to call it. You get to experience the Nebian energy. All right. So you are in the right session if your mission is to land a remote tech job before the end of 2025. All right. You are in a session that would equip you for that. All right. So if you have friends that you know would benefit from the session, you just copy the meeting link and share with them. Tell them to hurry up and join the session, because in tonight's session, we are going to be demystifying a lot of stuff. We're going to be revealing secrets that will help you to position yourself for remote tech jobs. So if you have friends that you know have been looking for ways to get into tech, copy the link of the meeting and share it with them. Share it with them right about now. All right, share it with them. Let them join. Let them come in. If you have friends, family members, let them join you so that you don't get to be the only one, to partake of tonight's session. All right. So we've spent about 5 minutes to do just that. So let me share my screen so that we get right into what we have. Let me share my screen. And once you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up. If you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up. All right. Fantastic. 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 Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Awesome. 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 I see a lot of people can see my screen. As you can see on my screen tonight, we want to talk about something very, very important. Something very, very important. And what we want to talk about tonight is we want to discover 3 projects, all right? 3 projects that you must add to your portfolio to attract top tech recruiters. 3 projects that you must add to your portfolio in order to attract top tech recruiters. You might ask, who are tech recruiters? Very simple. Top tech recruiters are just people that hire you for jobs, people that look for talents that can perform a certain task. All right. Now we have tech recruiters, meaning that these recruiters are not just recruiting for any industry. They are recruiting specifically for the tech industry. All right. So these are the people that hire software engineers, UI UX designers, data analysts, data scientists, business analysts, any tech role. Tech recruiters are the people that hire talent in the tech space to, jobs. All right. So if you have been looking to get in the radar of tech recruiters, you have been looking to get tech recruiters to notice you. I'm going to reveal a very profound secret in attracting these guys. Tech recruiters are not interested in just about anybody. They are looking for specific people. And I'm going to reveal to you what you need to set up to attract these guys. All right. So if you're an aspiring data analyst, you're an aspiring data scientist, and you're an aspiring business analyst. All right. So you must have these 3 projects in your project portfolio if you must attract tech recruiters, and not just any tech recruiter, top tech recruiters. Guys, are you excited to discover the secret? Give me a thumbs up if you're excited to discover the secrets that would help you get the attention of tech recruiters. Awesome, awesome. Since you're excited, let's just get that out of the way. First thing first, let me introduce you to Nebient Analytics, and I'll start by, introducing you to, some of the great minds behind Nebient Analytics. I'll start with my amazing, super duper amazing Chief Operation Officer. All right, our COO here at Nebient Analytics that gets everything running, and his name is Mohammed. And Mohammed Suleiman has close to 7 years of experience in the tech space, meaning that he has been there, done that. All right, he worked as a consultant for top organizations in the United States, all right, including Alfa Romeo. For as many of you that know this car brand, is it Lamborghini now? Not Lamborghini. There's this top luxury brand. All right. Alfa Romeo is an organization that branched out from that luxury car brand. All right. So he has worked as data analyst for that organization. So you know that, in here at Nebient Analytics, we have people who have made impact at a global scale. All right. And Mohammed has helped and mentored over 3,000 Africans to make the switch into tech. All right, so Mohammed has been solely responsible for the success stories of over 3,000 Africans who made the switch into tech, and is also a LinkedIn data visualization top voice. I was expecting the clap scenes. You saw this profile. These are big words. All right. So Mohammed, the fun fact about Mohammed's tech journey is the fact that Mohammed did not start out as a tech professional. The same way a lot of us currently are not tech professionals. Mohammed also at a point in his life was not a tech professional. He transitioned into tech. And what this should inspire you to know is that you also can be like Mohammed. You can transition into tech. If you believe that, give me a thumbs up. If you believe you can actually transition fully into tech, awesome, awesome. All right. So that's that about Mohammed. A little about my humble self. My name is Ayobami Yusuf. Here at Nebiant Analytics, I head the training operations. I'm also a data analyst and a business intelligence developer, and I have close to half a decade in the data and IT consulting space. I've been in data and IT consulting for about close to 5 years. I worked as a data analyst for a leading talent intelligence and IT consulting firm in the Netherlands. And also currently I work as a data analytics consultant for a UK-based global trade consulting firm called ETK Group. I also train and mentor hundreds of students here at Nebiant Analytics to make the switch into tech. And I'm hoping that I'll also be a part of your success story. I also want you guys to make the switch into tech. All right. So I also want you to be a part of this number. All right. So, and guess what, guys? Guess what? Like Mohammed, I also did not start out as a data analyst. I also did not start out in tech. I also transitioned into tech. In fact, my own is even crazy because I was working in the banking sector for about a year and then eventually found myself in teaching somehow. And I just got fed up of traditional teaching and I landed myself in tech intentionally. So whatever you are doing right now, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a banker, whether you're a shoemaker, whether you're a farmer, whatever it is you're doing right now, you have the capacity, you have the ability within you. Maybe not the capacity yet. That's what we are trying to achieve on the call, to build up that capacity. But somehow, somewhere in you, you have the potential to also transition into tech. If Ayobami can transition into tech, Ayobami was just a bloody teacher, a bloody banker, zero knowledge in tech, and he was able to make the switch into tech. You also, you're probably even smarter than Ayobami. It means that there's nothing stopping you to transition into tech. One more time, if you believe that you have everything in you to be able to make the switch, give me a thumbs up to show that you are really, really convinced that you have everything in you to make the switch. All right. So a little about Nebiant before we get started. After this, we just get started. Now, why did we build Nebiant? Why did we build Nebiant Analytics? Now, Nebiant Analytics was born out of a deep concern, and I'm going to let you guys in. We discovered that all the places we've worked, as I mentioned, Mohammed, myself, a lot of my team members have worked in international companies. Mohammed worked in the United States. I've worked across Europe. I've worked in the Netherlands. I've worked in the UK. I've worked for a Georgian-based company. One thing was constant. We discovered one particular challenge. Is the fact that in all these companies that we worked, there is poor African representation. What does that mean? It means that we don't get enough Africans. We don't see enough Africans in this organization. We don't see them. For instance, Mohammed told us of how in his organization where he worked, he was the only African. in the entire organization, and it's a global organization. We call those kind of organizations, we call them multinational. But then when you say you are multinational and you don't have too many Africans, it says something. Myself, in the organizations I've worked with, when I worked in the Netherlands, we were only 3 Africans in the entire organization. We had a lot of Indians, we had a lot of Pakistani guys, we had a lot of UK guys, we had a lot of Dutch guys, German guys, but just 3 Africans in the entire global organization. That was concerning. And we also discovered the reason for that. And the reason for that was because Africans do not have access to premium tech training. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Africans don't have access to tech training. A lot of tech training were made available to Africans, but there is a gap. There was a problem with this tech training. They are not premium, meaning that they don't have what it takes to equip Africans to be able to take advantage of global opportunities. So while Africans were busy learning, they were not really learning what it takes to take advantage of global opportunities. And because we have had this experience, we decided to come together to build a training program that is not just equipping African talents, but also positioning them to be able to land global jobs. And we designed a premium training curriculum that would address the gap that we have observed over the years. And Nebiant is answering one question. Nebiant is solving one problem that other institutions are not solving. What is that problem? We are training you for the job, not just training you for the skill. I'll say that one more time. Nebiant Analytics is not just training Africans to be skilled alone. We are training Africans to be employable globally. Did you catch that, guys? Did you catch that? If you caught that, give me a thumbs up. So this is the gap that we are feeling. We know that there are a lot of training institutions, but we are here to fulfill one purpose, to answer one burning question, to solve one problem. How do we get Africans to be job ready at a global scale? And that is why Nebiant is here. So if you're coming in contact with Nebiant Analytics, I say congratulations to you, because you have come in contact with an organization that has positioned itself to be able to train Africans, meaning you, to be able to be job ready at a global scale. All right. So if you're excited about that, can you do a clapping emoji? Can you do a clapping emoji? Let me know you're excited, because tonight I want to scatter a table. A lot of people will not want to show you this, because they will say, if we show them this, they will go and execute. That's what we stand for. We want you guys to execute. All right. So why are we here? Our roadmap for today. We will start by helping you discover top 3 data-related projects that catches the attention of any tech recruiter. There are certain projects that once you have those projects in your portfolio, it instantly catches the attention of any tech recruiter. And after that, we will then show you how we can help you build these projects. Like we have helped thousands of our students build this project. And then we'll then help you discover our extra layered career support. I call this the Nebiant sauce. My students already know me. Our extra layered career support, I call it the what? The Nebiant sauce. And this is what really stands us out. This is what has been helping us to help a lot of Africans land jobs. This is the missing piece. This is the missing sauce. And we are going to reveal it to you tonight so that you can also take advantage of it and position yourself to begin to land jobs. And lastly, we'll end the session by making a special announcement at the end of the session, and then we'll take some questions. So what you want to do is ensure that you stick around till the end of the session, because I have a special announcement for everybody on the call tonight. Because you're on the call, I have a special offer that I want to give to you. So make sure you stick around till the end of the session, and then I can take your questions and provide answers to them. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Awesome. Fantastic, fantastic. So, guys, I want to first of all start by telling you that this session that you are on right now is recorded. All right, we are recording this session. So in case you're stepping out and stepping in and you are missing some things, don't worry, don't fret. We are recording this session for you. And you see this slide that I'm using, I would also send it to you. But the only way you can access all of those, the recording and the slide, is if you fill the attendance form. All right, so fill the attendance form that my colleague is sharing in the chat box. If you check the chat box, my colleague is, sharing a link with you guys, and that is the attendance form. If you fill the attendance form, we get where to send the recording to and then the slide. So guys, please take note of that. Make sure that you fill the attendance form. So two things. Number one, make sure you fill the attendance form. Number two, make sure you stick till the end of the session. Guys, did you get that? Give me a thumbs up if you get that. Awesome. So without further ado, guys, I'm sure your hairs have been itching. Without further ado, let's get started. Guys, why your project portfolio is your best selling point? Why do you think that your project portfolio, why do we think that having a project portfolio is your best selling point? Why should you even have a project portfolio in the first place? It's a no-brainer, guys. The first reason is projects show how you think, solve problems, and communicate insights. Now, if you observe closely, you'll see that I highlighted 3 keywords there. And these keywords reflect how do you feel the attendance, fill in the, click on the link that is shared in the chat, and if you click on it, it will take you to the attendance form. That's the attendance form. Just fill that up and you have filled the attendance form. So guys, projects show to recruiters how you think, solve problems, and communicate insights. And like I said, I highlighted 3 keywords there carefully. And if you observe closely, you will discover that these 3 highlighted keywords reflect the key skills that recruiters are looking for. If you check any job description right now, you will discover that these 3 skills are there regardless of the job. Every job description says that recruiters are looking for people who can think critically. So if you've seen critical thinking in a job description before, maybe you're trying to apply for a job and you were reading through the job description. If you have ever seen critical thinking before, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you've seen critical thinking as part of the requirements for the job. Exactly. So projects will show to recruiters that you actually have critical thinking skills. Also, it shows how you solve problems and also how you communicate insights. You'd also find that recruiters are looking for problem solvers, not talkers. Recruiters are not interested in people that talk. Recruiters are interested in people that can demonstrate their problem-solving skills and also how to communicate insight. So your project, when you have a project portfolio, it shows to recruiters that, oh, I can actually think critically, I can solve problems, and I can communicate my insights accurately. So this is why you need a project portfolio. Another reason is that recruiters want real world proof, not just certificates. Recruiters want what? Real world proof. I was speaking to some people, I think that was on, that should be on Monday last week or maybe Wednesday. I told them something, that between people that say, I can do it, and I have done it before, Recruiters prefer one of these two people. Guys, let me ask you, if you're trying to hire someone, or you have two people you are trying to hire, and one person told you, oh, trust me, I can do this, and the other person tells you, I have done this before. Tell me in the chat, who would you hire? Is it the person that said, I can do it, or the person that said, I have done it before? Who would you hire? Joshua says he will hire the person that says, I have done it before. TJ would hire the person that says, I can do it. All right. That's fair. Oh, Anthony is an HR person. I can bet anything. Anthony is an HR person. All right. So we have a lot of I have done it before. I have done it before. I have done it before. And that reflects what recruiters are really looking for. People that have solved the problem before. Guys, do you know why? Because if you have solved the problem before, chances are that you can solve the problem again. If you have done something before, it means that you are more likely to be able to do it again compared to somebody who thinks that they can do it. All right. So that is what recruiters are looking for. Another reason why your project portfolio is your best selling point is that good portfolios equals job ready candidates. If you have a portfolio, it means that you are ready for the job, because a portfolio means that you have worked on some projects, and that means that you are ready for the job. Do you understand, guys? Do you understand why project portfolio is very important and it's your best selling point? Fantastic. So what's the goal? What's your goal in setting up a project portfolio? You are trying to showcase business thinking and technical skills. All right. So let's go to my next slide. According to a joint research actually conducted by Red Balloon and Public Square, all right, they conducted a joint research. They discovered that 70% of small business hiring managers strongly prefer industry experience over education or certifications. So while Africans are busy pursuing certifications, organizations actually prefer people who have industry experience. All right, and I've included a link. I've included a link to download the report, so you can go through the report yourself and see what the result of the report is, or the result of the research. All right. Now, a respondent clearly said here that we would hire somebody with hands-on experience over somebody who read it in a book. So if you are somebody who relies only on what you read in a book, and you think that is what will get you the job, you need to rethink that, because recruiters or businesses would actually hire somebody who has hands-on experience over somebody who has certifications. Good question, Fortune. And that is why you're on this session. So make sure you stick to the end to discover how you can build a project portfolio. All right. So guys, now that we've known the importance of project portfolios, let's look at top 3 projects that top rated tech recruiters look out for when trying to hire for data related roles. And I have streamlined this to data related roles, and you will soon discover why. If you stick to the end, you will discover why I have streamlined this to data related roles. So if you're looking to become a data analyst, a data scientist, or maybe even a business analyst, when recruiters are trying to hire for these roles, they look out for specific projects. If you don't have these projects in your portfolio, you might not get called. Let's see some of these projects. Number 1 is a business performance dashboard. If you're looking to get hired for a data related role, you must have a business performance dashboard. That is a dashboard that tracks performance. All right, a dashboard that helps businesses to evaluate their performance. And why is this important? Every business wants to know how they are performing. All right, for instance, let me give you an illustration. If you're doing a project or you're doing something and you're probably doing it wrong, and there's nobody to tell you that you are doing it wrong. Nobody is telling you that, oh, this thing you're doing, you're actually doing it wrong. You're not doing it in such a way that it will help you to achieve the goal you want to achieve. If there's nobody to tell you that, the implication of that is you most likely will continue doing it the same way. And you know what they say, you can't keep doing things the same way and expect to get a different result. So what that means is that you need somebody to tell you, oh, this is what you're doing. This is what that thing is helping you achieve. What that is that somebody is evaluating your performance. So recruiters are looking for talents that can help them evaluate their performance. All right. So in your project portfolio, you must have a performance dashboard, a business performance dashboard. And an example of a business performance dashboard is a sales dashboard. A sales dashboard that will help track revenue, track cost, track profits to see whether the business is making enough profit to keep the business afloat. All right. And for you to be able to build such projects, you must have skills in, you must be able to use tools and have skills in Power BI, for instance. All right. So for you to be able to build a business performance dashboard, you must be able to use Power BI, Tableau, and Excel comfortably. All right. And you must have skills in business KPIs and visual storytelling. So these are the skills that dashboards or performance dashboard will tell the recruiters that you have. So if you have been able to build a business performance dashboard, the recruiters will say, oh, this guy has business KPI knowledge and visual storytelling skills. So when you present a sales performance dashboard, for instance, recruiters are going to see or hear in your presentation that you have an understanding of how to present performance insights like a pro. And this is really what recruiters want. Somebody who can find situations in data and be able to communicate it effectively. All right. Somebody who can communicate business insights like a pro. And this is what having a sales performance dashboard will help you to achieve. All right. Guys, do we understand? Do we understand, guys? Fantastic. So if you are looking to land a data related role, do not make the mistake of not including a business performance dashboard, because every business wants to evaluate their performance. So number one dashboard, you can write that down. Number one project you must have on your project portfolio, if you are looking to land a data related role, is to have a business performance dashboard. So for some of you who don't know what a sales dashboard looks like, I will show you one that was built by a Nebient Analytics student. All right. Here is a sales performance dashboard that a Nebient Analytics student built. Guys, can we see this dashboard, guys? Can we see this dashboard? Fantastic. So this is a sales performance dashboard, and it was built by a Nebient Analytics student who was barely 1 month into the program. I think this student built this dashboard in their 3rd week of their training program here with us at Nebient Analytics. Imagine somebody building something this beautiful and insightful in just 3 weeks of learning data analytics. This is fantastic if you ask me. So when this student presents this project to a recruiter, the recruiter is able to see that, oh, this student or this candidate can actually help us to monitor and evaluate our performance. All right. So this is what a sales analytics dashboard or a sales performance dashboard looks like. And if you'd love to build something like this, what you want to do is learn the skills and the tools that it requires to be able to build something like this. The name of the student that built this dashboard is Grace Ojobo. right? You can see the name here. You can see the name of the person, Grace. You can look her up on LinkedIn. You can look her up on LinkedIn. Grace built this dashboard in 3 weeks. So guys, do we know what a sales performance dashboard looks like now, guys? Before we move on to project number 2. Fantastic. So guys, project number 1, make sure that you have a sales or a business performance dashboard on your project. Now, apart from a business performance dashboard, another project, that you want to have on your project portfolio if you are looking for a job, apart from a business performance dashboard, you also want to ensure that you have an SQL case study analysis in your project portfolio. And I'll tell you why very shortly. You must ensure that you have a project about SQL. Now, why is SQL or an SQL project important for every project portfolio? The answer is very simple. Every organization stores their data in databases. Every organization. Database is simply a place where we store our data. You must have heard of army base before. Army base is a place, a location where you find a lot of soldiers. So that is where you will keep all the soldiers in your barrack. That's called an army base. If you also have data and you want to store them in a particular storage system, that storage system is called a database. So every organization stores their data in a database. Let me ask you, so that I'm sure you got that. Where do organizations store their data? What's it called? If organizations want to store data, that storage system is called what? Put it in the chat. Fantastic, Deborah. Awesome. Deborah is following me. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Awesome. So every organization stores their data in a database. Now, guys, guess what? For you to be able to access that data in a database, for you to be able to use it to do any kind of analysis, you need to know SQL. Why? Because SQL is the only language that databases understand. So for you to be able to interact with the data in a database, you need to understand the language that the database understands. So that means that you need to know SQL. All right. So for you to prove, for you to show to recruiters that you actually have SQL knowledge, you need to have built an SQL project. That's the only way to prove to recruiters that you actually know a lot of SQL. Because you can't just tell them, oh, trust me, I know SQL. They need proof that you truly know SQL. And how will they know that you truly know SQL? You must have an SQL case study analysis in your project portfolio. And an example of an SQL case study analysis that you can build is, for instance, a food delivery business SQL analysis. A food delivery business SQL analysis, that is a SQL analysis for a food delivery business. Who can give me an example of a food delivery business that you know of? Give me an example in the chat box. A food delivery business. If you know any food delivery business, put an example in the chat box. Fantastic. Glovo. There's a lot of Glovo. Uber Food, fantastic. Yeah, you're very correct. Uber Foods. I'm waiting for one. Fantastic. Food courts, Chowdeck. Good. Now, those kind of businesses, they also need to, understand their performance, do analysis to help them understand their performance. But because their data is inside databases, you need to know SQL to be able to access that data and do analysis on their data. All right. So for a food delivery business SQL analysis, build something like analyzing rider efficiency. How efficient are our riders? If customers order food by 10 a.m., for instance, how long does it usually take our riders to deliver the food? You know that if delivery takes long, customers are not happy. And if customers are not happy, it means that they probably would not patronize us again. How many of you agree with that? If you agree with that, give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. So, for instance, it's important to know on average how long does it take our riders to deliver customers' food. If we discover that the average lead time, an average lead time is just the time it takes from order to delivery. If we discover that that time is too long, we know that there's a problem. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me, first of all? Fantastic. So if we know that the average lead time is too long, then we know there's a problem. Then we can call our our riders to order so that they can improve on their delivery time. All right, so that they can improve on their delivery time. So that's an example of an analysis that you can do using SQL. All right, that's an example of an analysis you can do using SQL. And when you have this kind of projects in your portfolio, users understand that, oh, this guy or this lady actually knows some SQL. And what they will be seeing and hearing is, oh, this candidate has strong SQL skills. And they also understand local business relevance. This person gets it. They would be able to help us extract insights from our database. And that's what they will see when they see you presenting an SQL-based project. Guys, do you understand? Do you understand, guys? Do you understand? Fantastic, fantastic. So, secret number 2, project number 2, if you are looking to land a data-related role, make sure that you have an SQL-based project in your portfolio. And for some of you that don't know what an SQL project looks like, let me show you another one. Let me show you another project, but this time around, an SQL-based project that was also developed by a Nebient Analytics student. So this is what an SQL project will look like. You can see that it's programmatic, it's code. So for those of you that are learning, I can see now, you can see the shock in Modupe's face, right? Now, for those of you that are scared of writing code, congratulations, because you have encountered Nebient Analytics. You can see what our student built in just less than a month. I think this is exactly a month that this student built this project, about a month. And this student is able to build a project, write code that looks like this. Guess what, guys? You are looking at it from an angle of somebody that has not had exposure to it before. By the time you get into the program, you will discover how simple, very, very simple SQL is. The student that built this project, before the person joined, he was also very scared of writing programming languages. But this is the same student that has a project around coding. So you don't know how simple it is because you have not encountered somebody that can make it really simple. By the time you come into Nebient Analytics and our fantastic facilitators, expose you to the beautiful world of SQL, in fact, you would regret that you even had this fear for programming in the first place. All right. So this is a project, an SQL-based project that was built by a student that had zero knowledge before joining the program. So this can also be you. All right. This can also be you if you are looking to land a data-related role. So project 2, let me do a quick recap. Who can remind me project number 1 that you must have in your portfolio if you want to land a data-related role? Project number 1. Project number 1. Ngozi, I'm going to get that. Please stay to the end of the session. So who wants to remind me project number 1 that you must have in your project portfolio? Fantastic. Business performance dashboard. Fantastic. Good job, guys. You guys are following me. Fantastic. So, number one, you must have a business performance dashboard. Why? Because businesses are looking for analysts that can help them to evaluate their business performance. So, if you don't have anything that talks about business performance in your project portfolio and you are looking to get a job, you are joking. All right. Number two project that you must have in your project portfolio if you are looking to land a role. Who can remind us? Number two project. Fantastic. You guys are really, really following me. Number two, you must have a project that has to do with SQL. Who can tell me why it's important to have an SQL case study in your project portfolio? Who can tell me why? Who can tell me? Why must you have an SQL-based project in your portfolio? Who wants to remind us? Why is it important? Because it is the language. Sheba, language of what? Fantastic. Because companies have their data stored in databases. So recruiters, let me read that out. So recruiters will know you have SQL skills and can extract insight from the fantastic. I love this. I love this. I love this. A proof. Let me see that. I love that. A proof of data handling proficiency. Fantastic. So it proves that you can handle data efficiently in databases. You guys are doing well. So project number three that you must have in your project portfolio if you are looking to land a data related role, and this one is specifically for people that wants to become business analysts. The third project that you must have on your project portfolio is a project that has to do with business process mapping. Again, business process mapping. And I have a business analyst on the call, all right? I have a business analyst on the call who is going to quickly walk us through some of the business analysis related projects that he has worked with or that he has worked on. We're going to hear from the horse's mouth how it is to work on business analysis related projects. So if you want to become a business analyst, you must have a business process mapping project on your portfolio, and you're going to see why very shortly. All right. Now, an example of a business process mapping project that you can work on is a customer onboarding process map. It's a swim lane process map for mapping out the customer onboarding journey. Now, what you will build, if you want to build a business process mapping, or we call it BPM, if you want to build that, you would be able to build a swim lane diagram that maps the current order process in an e-commerce setting. So you want to look at an e-commerce website. Who can give me an example of an e-commerce website? If you know any e-commerce website, give me an example. If you know any e-commerce website is where you buy stuff online. Who remembers any platform? Jumia, fantastic. Seller, Amazon, fantastic, right? So those platforms, there is a process that it takes from start of the customer getting on the platform to the end of the customer getting their orders. There's a process that you have to go through. The customer sign on to the platform, goes through the product list, select the products they want, goes to checkout, and then from checkout, they confirm their order, and then the order notification is sent to the customer. That is a process. That is a business process. Now, there are some businesses that process is not optimal. A lot of bottlenecks. Customer does this, does that, does a lot of things before he gets their orders processed. Now, business analysts will get into that process and see that, you know what, there's a better way to do this actually. This process is not optimal. It takes a business analyst to know that. the current state of your process is not optimal. There is a better way. But for you to even know, you need to understand some technical stuff and also some tools that you can use to help businesses understand their current state. Remember, if you don't have somebody to tell you this is what you are doing wrong, remember, there's no way for you to know how to improve. So that's the job of business analysts. They will be able to help you analyze your business process and discover bottlenecks. And one of such ways is to develop what is called a business process map. All right. Now, some of the skills and tools that recruiters will know you have when you have a business process mapping project in your portfolio is that they will know that you can do what is called business process mapping in the first place. They will know that you understand workflow management. And they will also know that you understand how to use Lucidchart, Draw.io, or even Miro. These are tools that business analysts use to provide value for business owners. All right. So when you have a business process map in your portfolio, this is what recruiters see and hear. They hear, oh, this candidate understands cross-functional work, pain points, and document processes clearly. So if you have that kind of project, you are convincing the recruiter that you understand cross-functional workflows and you can identify manual pain points and document process clearly. All right. So that is what having the tools, you have it here. You have Lucidchart, Draw.io, and Miro. A lot of them. All right. A lot of them. So let's see what a swim lane process mapping diagram looks like. For those of you that are wondering, what would this diagram look like? Let me show you. This is a swim lane process map that a student at Navient Analytics built. How many of you can see the swim lane diagram? If you can see the swim lane diagram, give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. So a student here at Navient Analytics built this swim lane diagram for an organization called Central Apex. Now, this diagram reflects the current state of the organization, the entire customer onboarding journey, starting from when the customer initiates a search for the product. After that, the customer retrieves search results. For instance, you search, I want to buy cars. For instance, I search for Hyundai Elantra 2015 model. That's my favorite car anyways. So I search for that. And after that, the next step in the process is I have a list of Hyundai Elantra cars. After then, I then select the particular one I want. So you can see the process from initiating the search to retrieving search results to selecting a product, after which I then proceed to checkout. Now, you will think that after proceeding to checkout, immediately I should receive my order confirmation. But the current state of this organization requires that after proceeding to checkout, I will have to confirm my order. After confirming my order, the process will also involve the system manually checking if the car is actually available. And after checking that the car is available, I would have to confirm my order again. I'm not so much of a business analyst, but I can already see a problem here. Can you also see a problem here, guys? Can you see a lot of problem with the process? Guys, can you see too much steps in the process? Right? Exactly. So there is a lot of go here, go here, go here. It will be optimal if I have something like I initiate a search, I select the product that I want, and once I select the product, I confirm my order immediately so that I don't spend 10 minutes on your platform. Only a business analyst can help you come up with this. And that is why businesses are willing to pay millions of naira to business analysts so that they can help them discover some of these bottlenecks and improve their business process. Guys, does that make sense to us? Does this make sense to us, guys? Fantastic, right? So A business analyst will come up with this document and share it with the business owner and be like, guys, this is the current state of your business process. You have too many bottlenecks, you have too many steps in your business process, and it is not optimal. This is what I recommend. All right. So if you want to become a business analyst, this is the kind of problem you'll be helping organizations solve. Do we understand, guys? Do we understand? Fantastic. Fantastic. So those are the three key projects. And if you pay attention, you will discover that these three projects answer strategic and key problems that organizations face on a daily basis. Organizations are looking for people that can, number one, help them to evaluate their business performance. Number two, can help them to analyze data in their databases. And number three, can help them to understand and map out their current state and recommend a better state. Do you agree with me, guys? If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. So that means that if you are looking to land a job, make sure you have projects in your portfolio that includes these three projects. If you have that, you are telling the recruiters that, guys, I have the solution to your problem. So can you see now that you are better equipped to know the kind of projects that you need to include in your portfolio if you are looking for a job? Do you agree with me that, do you think you are better equipped to know those projects now? Fantastic, fantastic. So before I continue, I want to bring up a Nebient Analytics student, all right, that has worked on this kind of projects that I'm talking about. All right, so that you can hear from the person himself, how he was able to, build this project and what this project has helped him to do, right? You want to, hear from him, not just myself. So I want to first of all confirm, is Ezekiel on the call? Hi, Ezekiel. If you're on the call, please give me a thumbs up. I want to bring you up very, very shortly, just for a quick chat. Ezekiel, oh, fantastic. I can see Ezekiel. Do you want to quickly, do you want to turn on your camera so that we can see you? That's fine. That's if you're able to. If you're not able to, that's also fine. But I mean, it would be nice for for everybody to be able to see your face. So confirm if you're able to turn on your camera so that we can see you. If you can, all right, thank you. So Ezekiel, please turn on your camera and unmute. Let's go through your journey together, and let's talk about your business analysis journey, your journey in general. Just say I to the house. Let's hear from you. Let's have a chat. So you can unmute and just
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Ezekiel.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Thank you, Mr. Ayobami, for the opportunity. Like he said, my name is Ezekiel Raphael. I'm a student of Nebient Analytics. Currently about rounding up my program here in business analysis. I'm going to be showing you what I was taught on how to build my portfolio. And I'm going to take you through my portfolio page, and then you'll be able to see how the portfolio looks like. It's good to be here. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ezekiel. Do you want me to stop sharing my screen so that you can share your screen and quickly just walk us through
Yes,
in the
please.
next 1 to 2 minutes your portfolio? Oh, fantastic. So guys, please pay attention. All right. Pay attention to Ezekiel. He wants to show us his portfolio. So let me stop presenting so that Ezekiel. So you have the floor, Ezekiel. You can present your screen. Cynthia, fantastic question. Please stay to the end of the session so that we can, give answers to this question. You asked a very, very profound question. All right, Cynthia.
Okay. Mr. Ayo, please, can you allow me to turn on my screen, please?
Okay. Please, Eneze, please let's give Ezekiel permission to be able to turn on his screen, or you can also make me host so that I can give him that privilege. All right. Please confirm when you're able to present your screen, Ezekiel.
Okay. I'm not able to turn on my screen yet. It's still asking for permission.
Okay, very shortly. We're working on it from the back end. You would be able to present shortly. All right. So I think I have also given you co-host permission. So you should be able to present your screen now. Please confirm that. Guys, let's hold on for Ezekiel very, very shortly. Ezekiel's presentation is going to be very brief. After Ezekiel is done, I want to build the next set of Ezekiels. I want to empower the next set of Ezekiels. All right. Very quickly. All right, Ezekiel, we are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. Guys, be patient. I promise. What I promise is still very, very valid. All right, fantastic. We have Ezekiel. We have Ezekiel. So you're currently muted, Ezekiel. If you are speaking, you are currently muted. So guys, let's pay attention. Let's pay attention to Ezekiel.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you see my screen
Absolutely.
too?
We can hear you, Ezekiel. We can see your screen as well.
Okay. All right. Can we see my screen now?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay. This is my portfolio. It was built using Google sites.google.com. Like Mr. Ayobami said, your portfolio more or less showcase what you can do. Your CV gives the employer or the recruiter an idea of what you can do, while your portfolio is more or less like a demonstration of what you can do already. Okay, so this is the portfolio. This is the front page, the home page, or I'll call it the landing page. Once I share the link with you, when you click on that link, it's going to bring you to this page. This is the page you are going to see. Now, you have my profile picture showing there. You can also see what I can do, a business analyst, a data analyst, an optometrist, and also a compliance officer. Now, on this page, you also see my core competencies, what I can actually do while working on a project. And then you also have my technical skills, the tools I can use, and the data analysis and visualization tools that I'm also good at using that will enable me to perform any task or any project that I'm assigned to perform. So on that front page, you also have my contacts, you have my LinkedIn profile there, If the employer wants to know more about me professionally, can you click on the LinkedIn profile, it takes you directly to my LinkedIn page. The LinkedIn page was also developed, or was I was also taught on how to optimize my LinkedIn page here on Navient Analytics. Before now, I used to have a LinkedIn page, but it was more or less like just a page. But with a few 3 months I spent with Navient Analytics, I was taught on how to optimize my LinkedIn page. If I click on it, it takes you directly to my LinkedIn page. It's far, far different from what it used to be last year because a lot of work has been done on it. Things we were taught on how to, make our page appealing to prospective recruiters. So you also have my email there. The icon is there. It's an interactive page. You click on the email, it takes you directly to where you can send me a direct email. So this is on the home page. Now, the page is divided into three. The second page tells you more about myself, what I do, uh, my journey so far, my educational qualification, and all that, and a call to action, what I will be able to do if I am brought on board to work with a particular organization. So on that second page, you get to read about me. Then I also have my work experience on that page, the places I've worked, the position I occupied while I worked in those places. You also have them stated there. And then my educational qualification and certification are also clearly spelled out on that page. And then finally, the most important page is the project page. The project page shows the things I've worked on. Now, virtually everything you are seeing on this page are the projects I've worked on here on Navient Analytics within this period of 3 months. I was able to learn a lot. Now, the first you can see there is the gap analysis using the fishbone diagram or the Ishikawa diagram. Now, this diagram helps you to find the root cause of a problem. For this particular work, we worked with an online learning platform, LearnFast Academy. They were experiencing some challenges, and I was brought in to look at those challenges. Now, it is called the fishbone diagram because the diagram actually looks like a fish. You have the head of the fish where you have the LearnFast Academic, then you have the spinal cord, and then you have the skeletal bones from the spinal cord. Now each of those bones represents the problems that were observed in their processes, and then what you have in the boxes are the solution to those problems that were observed. It helps the businesses to know, where they are now, the challenges they are facing, and how they can overcome those challenges. It's called gap analysis. So it helps you to find the gap within the business processes. Okay, then the next one is the process mapping, almost similar to what Mr. Ayobami showed just now, the swim lane diagram. Now, for this particular chart you are seeing here, Style Mart, it's an online fashion store. This represents their current state. This is the current state of the activities that goes on in this online market store. And at the end of the day, they discovered that sales were reducing, customers were complaining, a lot of customers dissatisfaction here and there. And so they were not really making sales as they should be. And so my job function here as a business analyst is to look through their processes and figure out where the loophole is or where the problem is in that process. And so if you look at the chart, you're going to see a red shape there with delay on it. That is where the major problem is. Now, this particular online store have stylists. These same stylists double as receptionists. The same stylists we attend to the customers as stylists. The same stylists will also attend to the customers as cashiers, causing a lot of delays and hiccup in the operational process of this online market store. And so the end result is that customers are not satisfied. Customers are complaining. Customers will walk in expecting to spend probably maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the store, having made place their order online. They are coming into the store, they are spending 20 to 30 minutes, spending an hour or so, because you have one person going through these processes with this customer. And so this was what we identified. This was their current state. And at the end of the day, we also developed another process that will make the operation seamlessly, that will also lead to a reduction in time the customers will have to spend while in the store. And then the other project was on a dashboard. This is sales dashboard for Tech Haven Electronics, almost similar to what Mr. Ayobami showed earlier on, built by another student. This is just a graphical representation of what goes on in this electronic shop. Are they making sales? How much have they made? What is the total revenue? What is the total order? What is the expected revenue? Is the business on course? And so on and so forth. So this is just one of the dashboard I designed or I worked on. Then the other one has to do with a PowerPoint presentation I did, not in Navient Analytics here, somewhere else. Now, remember, I said earlier on that your portfolio gives a graphical representation of what you can do. And so the prospective employer or recruiters can go through the portfolio and will be able to know, oh, this person can do this, or he has been able to build this, he has worked on this project before. And so if I give this project, or if I employ this person will be able to do this and be able to do this and that for me. That is just basically what your portfolio shows you. Now, the site again is
Fantastic.
sites.google.com. It's a free site. You can just go in there. Time will not permit me to go into
Yeah.
details on how you can build this dashboard. It's not something difficult. Here at Navient Analytics, you will be taught on how to do this. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much. Can we celebrate? I think that is deserving of celebration. Can we celebrate Mr. Ezekiel? Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. So before you go, before you leave us alone, Ezekiel, so I want to ask a couple of questions. How has this experience, how has it built you up as a professional? What can you say to that?
Yeah, there are a lot of things I didn't know before I signed up with Navient Analytics. Like in one of the interviews I did, I used to work with Excel before. But when I signed up for Navient Analytics, it was as if I was just playing with Excel. You know, I got to know the capabilities of Excel. It's just beyond you filling in numbers into columns and rows and all that. There are a lot of things you can do. You can use Excel to build your pivot tables, build your dashboard, and do, detailed analysis, which was something I didn't know before now. I was also taught on how to use Power BI. Power BI is more or less like the elder brother to Excel. Excel can work with not more than 1 million rows. But when you come to Power BI can take as much as 100 million rows, to run data and in-depth analysis on whatever you want to do. And so many other stuff I learned here, Today I'm better off than I used to be. Yes, I would say that.
Mm, mm. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me on this session. I appreciate it. In fact, I really, really enjoyed hearing you talk and watching you present. Thank you very much. You can stop presenting your screen now. I appreciate you for joining me on the session. Guys, you've heard from the horse's mouth. It's impossible to bring in all our students. If possible, we could have brought in all our students so that you can hear from people that were like you before. You heard what he said. He did an interview, and the knowledge he gained actually helped him in the interview, meaning that he could have probably not been able to ace that interview if he had not exposed himself to knowledge and building skills. Right now, look at the portfolio he shared. If he wants to get a job as a business analyst, and they're asking him questions like, can you help us identify process gaps and help us improve our process? He doesn't need to talk too much. Guys, what do you think he needs to do? If you are in his shoe, he doesn't need to talk too much. If you don't want to talk too much, what would you do if you are in his shoe right now? What do you think you would do? Put it in the chat. What would you do if you were in his shoes? What would you do? I want to hear it. I want to see it from the chat. Tell me, what would you do? I would just, fantastic, Deborah. I would just direct them to my portfolio. That's all. I wish, fantastic, Anthony. I would show workings. I will send them my portfolio. Now, next question, guys. Let me share my screen as I ask my second question. Now, if you have two candidates, Candidate A is Ayobami, and they ask Ayobami the same question. Can you help us optimize our process, discover bottlenecks and optimize? And Ayobami says, yes, now, trust me, I am very smart. I am a first-class graduate. I'm a first-class graduate from the University of Obafemi Awolowo University. I graduated with 4.98. I can do it. And Ezekiel, on the other hand, says, I have done it before. In fact, here is a link to a project where I had previously helped an organization optimize their business process. Now, if you are the recruiter, who would you hire? Ayobami or Ezekiel? Who would you hire? Ayobami, the first-class graduate, or Ezekiel, who has workings to show? Right? You would hire Ezekiel because obviously Ezekiel has hands-on experience. It's true that Ayobami might be brilliant, but he has not solved that problem before. So there's a chance that he might not even know how to solve the problem. But there you have, on the other hand, somebody who has solved the problem for us. And we know this here at Nebient Analytics. And that is why we focus not just on skill development. This is the gap that a lot of Africans have. They focus solely on skill alone. But because we have discovered why Africans are not getting jobs, it's not because Africans are not skilled. If you ask me, Africans are about the most talented demographic in the entire world. Go to any organization that works. There's a high chance that you have an African in the back end making it work. Go to any country, the chances are that most of the brilliant people there are Africans. Now, why are Africans not getting jobs? It is because Africans are focusing only on skills. But trust me, with the way the tech space has evolved, skills alone will not get you the job. Although skills are important, like Ezekiel has rightly demoed, has shown us that what you really need is skill plus show workings. Skills plus show workings. All right. So unlike Ezekiel, we have trained thousands of Africans to build skills and then have projects to show for it. All right, guys. To be able to build projects like this, like the ones that Ezekiel has demoed, what do you need to do? You need to learn in-demand skills. And I have streamlined these skills into the top 3 skills that are in demand right now globally: data analytics, data science, and business analysis. I showed you a project that our data analytics student built in 3 weeks. I showed you a SQL-based project that our data scientists built in 1 month. And now Ezekiel has shown you the plethora of projects they have developed in 3 months that has even helped him ace an interview. So you need to first start by skilling up. Learn in-demand tools, data analytics, data science, and business analysis. And fun facts, guys, fun about these skills that I mentioned is the fact that, number one, all of these skills, the 3 skills, are easy to learn. Very easy to learn. So if you are trying to upskill, if you're trying to learn a skill that is easy to learn, guys, data analytics, data science, and business analysis is a skill to learn. Another reason for you to learn any of these skills is that it is easy to transition into them. So regardless of what you were doing, you can easily transition into any of these roles. You can hear from Ezekiel, he transitioned from a health line. And we all know in Nigeria, health or health-related professionals don't really earn as much. They are doing very important jobs, but they don't get compensated enough for it. So you want to learn a skill that easily you can transition from that field, maybe health, maybe teaching. Like I told you, I transitioned from teaching. I was teaching. I was building other people's children. I was building their future, molding them up, giving them, mentoring them. But I was dying in poverty. I was dying in poverty while I was building other people's children up, forgetting that I'm also going to have children in the future that needs to eat, even if it is basic shawarma and spaghetti. So I needed to transition from that into something that is easy to transition into. And I found data analytics, right? Another reason or another fun fact why you should pick up any of these skills is that any of these skills, data analysis, data science, business analysis, they have great salary projections. What that means in simple terms is there's money inside. Don't take my word for it. Just Google the average salary of a data analyst globally. You'll be finding figures running to thousands of dollars, $70,000 to about $120,000 every year. If you break that down to the month granularity, you should be getting somewhere around $6,000 every month. Imagine you get a job that is paying you about $6,000 every month, and you are in Nigeria, spending Nigerian naira. Do the math. If you do the math, you understand why everybody is trying to pick up these skills. All right. So if you want to build up these projects, you want to upskill. So the next question is, would you like me to tell you how to build these skills? Would you like for me to tell you how you can learn these skills? If you like for me to tell you or to give you a roadmap to learn these skills, if you want how, you can type how in the chat. Tell me how. If you want to learn how, fantastic. So you guys want to know how. It's very simple. Let's start from data analytics. If you want to learn data analytics, you need to first of all learn the basics. The Nebient Analytics way is not just learning the tools. Other people will just teach you the tools and think that only knowledge of the tools will help you become a standout data analyst. No, here at Nebient Analytics, we will start from the ground up because our assumption is that you don't have any previous knowledge. That is the assumption that we have for every new student coming into the program. We assume that you don't have any knowledge. We are going to start from the scratch. So once we are done grooming you in the basics, we will then start teaching you the tools that you need to learn to get the job done. And what are the tools? Excel, SQL. Guys, do you remember SQL? Give me a thumbs up. Do you remember SQL? Exactly. So we will teach you SQL so that you are able to interact with databases. We'll also teach you Power BI. You heard Ezekiel mention that Power BI. I like what he said. He said Power BI is the elder brother of Excel. Yes, you would have the recording, Tolu. Make sure you fill the attendance so that you can get access to the recording. All right. We would also teach you Tableau and Looker Studio. We will teach you all of these tools. We would also teach you how to use AI like ChatGPT to do data analysis. Why? Because we are in the age of AI and every of our students must catch up with the wind of AI. Because you hear a lot of times that AI is going to replace people, AI is going to take people's job. No, AI is not going to take your job. AI is only going to take the jobs of people who don't know how to use AI. So instead of saying AI will take my job, no, say AI will take the job of people that don't use AI. Because we know that, we'll also teach you how to use AI as a data analyst. All right. So if you want to learn data analytics, this is how we have structured our data analytics program here at Nebient Analytics. We'll take you through the basics so that you understand the fundamental principles of data analysis. And then we will teach you all the tools one after the other to be able to do data analysis. Do we understand? So if you want to become a data analyst, do you have a roadmap now? Fantastic. For people that say, no, I don't want to become a data analyst, I want to become a data scientist. What do you need to learn to become a data scientist? Like I can see Chidera asking me about Python. The Python people, here is your area. Now, if you want to become a data scientist, again, remember the Nebient way is to assume that you are a zero beginner. You don't have any knowledge of data science. So we are going to take you through the basics of data science. And once we are done, we will then start teaching you the tools, all the tools that you need to learn to become an efficient data scientist. And I mean tools like Excel. Again, remember what? SQL. Would also teach you Tableau. Would then teach you Python, because data science is program heavy. You need to learn how to use Python to write, data science models. And then we'll teach you GitHub. GitHub is where you collaborate with your colleagues, where you host your code, where you put your code so that your colleagues can collaborate with your code. We would also need to teach you GitHub. After we are done teaching you GitHub, we will not leave you like that, because again, we are in the age of AI. We would also teach you how to leverage AI for data science. So summarily, if you want to become a data scientist, you want to start by learning the fundamentals, introduction to data science. And once you are grounded in the fundamentals, you can then start learning the tools, and then learn some concepts like predictive analytics, learn some concepts like statistics for data science, learn Python, learn exploratory data analysis, learn machine learning, and learn GitHub, and then ChatGPT for data science. Do you understand? For data science aspirants. Fantastic. Chidera has asked a very interesting question. Please wait till the end of the session to get an answer to that question. I'll get there very shortly. Now, for people like Ezekiel that want to become business analysts, you can see what business analysts do now. They help businesses, identify process gaps, identify, non-optimal things that are operational in a business, and help them improve that. If that's what you want to become, helping business do better by identifying gaps, what you want to do again, the attendance form will be sent in the chat box if you want to fill. Right now, business analyst, again, the Nebient way would assume that you have no knowledge about business analysis. You heard Ezekiel said when he started the program, he had no knowledge. That's the assumption we make about every of our students. So if you want to become a business analyst, we will take you through the fundamentals. We would literally introduce you to business analysis. And once we are done introducing you and making you grounded, we'll then start teaching you the tools that you need to become an efficient business analyst. You learn tools like Excel, Power BI, and SQL. You learn concepts like SDLC, that software development lifecycle. You learn gap analysis. You will learn process mapping. You will learn the agile methodology. You will learn how to document a product requirement document. All of these things are needed for you to be able to communicate business process gaps and improvement feasibilities for business owners to understand how and what they can do better to improve their business. Do you understand, guys? Do you understand? If you want to become a business analyst, fantastic. And once you have decided, oh, this is what I want to become, I think the next question would be, what then do I do after learning these skills and working on these real world projects? Is that question valid, guys? Is that the question that you have in your head right now? Right. So after learning these skills and working on this real world project, what should I do to position myself better to land a job? Guys, the secret sauce is that you need to build a project portfolio. All the projects you've worked on, build a project portfolio that would host all of these. Yes, it's similar, but not exactly the same thing. A lot of people, think business analysis is the same thing, is the exact same thing for project management. They are similar, but not exactly the same thing. All right. So once you have all of these projects worked on, you should have a project portfolio like Ezekiel just shared. So you work on a business gap analysis, put it in your portfolio. You work on another project, put it in your portfolio. Work on another project, put it in your portfolio, so that when you are applying to jobs, you are not just sending your CV alone. You are accompanying that with projects that you have worked on, all of them located in a central location, so that your recruiters can go through all the problems you have solved before. Remember, it's all about showing what? Guys, it's all about showing what? Let me confirm if you are still with me. It's all about showing. Who wants to complete that for me? It's all about showing workings. Fantastic. Thank you, Mary. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. It's all about showing workings. So if you wonder why you have been sending CV, and you're not getting called, it's actually because you are not showing workings. You are sending CV, but there's another guy sending CV and showing workings. They will definitely call the other guy. So if you want to change your story, you want to become the guy that gets called for every interview, make sure you are not just sending your CV, but you're also showing workings. Another way is to also share your thoughts on LinkedIn. Now, the world has grown. The world has grown to a world where social media has become a very crucial and important part of our life, including our professional life. Now, the world has evolved to a point where recruiters are now scouting for talents on social media. So when a recruiter needs a talent, maybe for instance, a recruiter needs a data analyst, instead of disturbing themselves, they just go on social media. But there is a dedicated social media to look for professionals, and that social media is called LinkedIn. So if you're a talent in 2025, you want to ensure that you are visible on LinkedIn so that recruiters can get you. You can be in their radar. And don't forget, you are not the only person who is skilled. And I think that is where a lot of Africans miss it. We feel so entitled because we have worked, we have built skills, we have developed ourselves, and we feel like, I have paid my dues. Don't forget that the same way you have paid your dues is the same way 1,001 other people have paid their dues. So you are not the only one that has paid their dues. So it's now a question of who can position themselves better. It's not about who has skilled up better. You have skilled up, 1 billion other people have skilled up. So it's no longer a situation of skilling up now. Your skill alone does not get you the job. positioning would also get you the job. And this is the kind of mentality that we push into our students. We feed them every day with this kind of mentality. And that's why you see our students, someone like Ezekiel, have a project portfolio to back up his claim of his skilled. So Ezekiel will not go about saying, I am skilled, I have paid my dues. He has projects that he has worked on, and he has a LinkedIn account to remain visible to potential recruiters. So that means that your LinkedIn should be your most important social media. If you're on this call, I want to break a table and I will scatter it. TikTok must not be the most important social media in your life. Instagram must not be the most important social media in your life if you are looking to stand out in the tech space. Going on TikTok to watch people dance should be irrelevant to you. Yes, yes, I like I am breaking that table. Remember, you're on this session because I want to see improvement. I want you to get a job. Because if you get a job, I am happy that I helped you get a job. All right, so you can understand the passion with which I am speaking. So going every day to watch people dance, you are wasting your life away. What you should be doing is positioning yourself as a thought leader in your field. And what do I mean? Every day, go on LinkedIn, share a thought, so that when recruiters see that, oh, this person posted about, for instance, data analysis, it means that, number one, this person is interested in data analysis and is thoughtful in the area of data analytics. So again, after learning these skills and working on real-world projects, you must have a project portfolio to showcase to your potential recruiters and also be visible on LinkedIn so that your helpers, in quotes, can locate you. And who are your helpers? The recruiter that can connect you to a 5 million naira job is your helper. So for these people to be able to locate you, you must be in a position where they can locate you. And where is that? LinkedIn. And not only must you be on LinkedIn, your profile must reflect somebody who is ready for the job. That means there's a way that your profile would be that recruiters will be attracted to it. And there's also another way that your profile will be that recruiters will just look at it and hiss and just move on to the next candidate. We also know these things here at Nebient Analytics, and that's why we also help our students to put their LinkedIn profile in such a way that there's no recruiter in the world that will look at our students' LinkedIn profile and not be impressed. All right, because we put a lot of work and a lot of thoughts into setting up our students' LinkedIn profile to attract. We use their LinkedIn profile to attract recruiters, and that is why our students have been getting jobs back to back. So if you also want to be the next person getting jobs, you want to position yourself. All right, so guys, I have here a library of our students' portfolio. So when I say our students have portfolio, I'm not just trying to, make mouths. It's not just Ezekiel. We have a lot, and we cannot, in fact, I can create 50 slides to host, just show you, our student portfolio, but I decided to just create one slide to show you only a few, all right? Only a few. So when I share this slide with you, you can go through each of this portfolio. Just click on the link that says view portfolio, and you can view all of this portfolio. So we have a lot, and these are students that have gotten jobs. All right, you can see when you join the session, this was a person speaking, Lebura Olawale. You can see this name here. How many of you were on the call when Lebura was speaking? If you remember Lebura speaking when you joined the call, give me a thumbs up. That was the early hours, right? Now, this is the Lebura. This is her portfolio. She got a job in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks of joining our program, you could be the Lebura. You could be the next Lebura. So we have a lot of testimonials. We have a lot of testimonials about our students who have used their portfolio and their LinkedIn to land jobs. All right. But that is not all that we did for our students that helped them to land jobs. And if you remember when we started the call, I said I have an information for you about the extra source, the secret source that we deploy, that we use in secret, that keeps helping our students land job. And if you remember, what did I call it? What did I call that secret? There's a name I give to it. If you still remember, I have something for you. If you still remember, I have something for you. That extra thing, what did I call it? If you still remember, I have something for you. Put it in the chat if you still remember. I'm sure nobody remembers. But if somebody wants to shock me, nah, that's not the name. That's not the name. I called it something. Fantastic, Deborah. I called it the Nebian touch. And another thing, another name that I called it, who also remembers? The Nebian touch, or I call it the extra sauce, the Nebian sauce, right? So, what is the Nebian sauce? Why do our students keep getting jobs? Why do we keep helping our students land job? Is not an extreme thing. We just have an extra layered employability support for our students. And I'm going to share some of them with you. Number one is that week on week, we host guidance and mentorship session. Now, why is this important? Some of us are major players in the industry. Some of us have had years and years of experience, and we've made a lot of mistakes in those years. There are some things that we have been exposed to that helped us to, stand out in our industry. Some of these lessons, we put them together and teach our students, not just on the skill alone, but some of these lessons we've learned, some of the secrets that we think can help them. Every week we bring them into a session. It's called guidance and mentorship. Now imagine a student who is skilled, has a portfolio, has a revamped LinkedIn, and also has somebody guiding him or her every day throughout their stay with us. Don't you think this person will be better positioned to land job easily and quickly? Don't you think? What do you think, guys? Do you think that person will be better positioned to land jobs? Exactly. So these are the things missing. Africans are not, they are just skilling up. They don't have people guiding them, showing them the way to go, showing them this is what you do. If you want to become a standout data analyst, this is what you don't do. But our students get to enjoy that, because every week we bring them into a session where we have professionals, senior professionals come into the session and guide them every week. Apart from that, we also assess their CV to make sure that these CVs are in the best of states. All right, because every CV is a testimony of your professional journey. And there are CVs that will reflect a journey so profound that organization would want to work with the professionals. And we know these things. That's why every of our students get to enjoy our CV review and revamp offering free of charge at no extra cost. Apart from that, like I mentioned, and like Ezekiel also mentioned, we would revamp your CV, we would revamp your LinkedIn, all right, in order to help you to boost your personal brand. And for this LinkedIn profile revamp, I want to help some people personally to revamp their CV tonight. And I'll share that information later. There are some people that are ready. If you are ready to start your journey, personally, I'm going to be responsible for revamping your CV. Just wait till the end of the session and you get more information about that. Now, apart from that, would also help you to create and review your Upwork. Now, there are some students that, or there are some people that say, you know what, I don't want to do 9 to 5. I don't want to work in any private organization. I want to work as a freelancer. Now, these freelancers, they are platforms where they get jobs, not the regular platforms. It's platforms like Upwork. Now, for you to be able to get jobs on Upwork, your profile must be in a certain way. All right, your profile must be in a certain way that attracts recruiters. All right, now, how do we get you to start attracting recruiters? We would personally guide you on how to create a profound Upwork profile. In case you don't want to work 9 to 5, this is what we are going to do for every of our students. All right, and apart from that, you will think we've done too much, but we are just getting started. Apart from all of these things, every of our students gets lifetime interview preparation sessions with us. So what does this mean? You have an interview coming. You can just reach out to us and we will prepare you for that interview lifetime. That means even 10 years after your program at Nebient Analytics, you still have another interview. You can always reach out to us for life. All right. Now, apart from that, you have lifetime access, not just interview, whatever it is you need. You've even gotten the job. I have a student that till date, she graduated last year, August, September, October. I think she graduated last year in November. Till date, she still reaches out to me. She's currently working as a data analyst. Anytime our work gets so complex that she doesn't know what to do, she's stuck, she still reaches out to me. She has graduated since last year, but I still help her on her job. And that is what you have the opportunity of. Lifetime access to every and any Nebient team member. All right. So you need things outside of interviews. Maybe you need us to, write you recommendation letters, write you, just come through for you in any way. You have lifetime access to us. So these are the reasons, actually. These are some of the things that help our students get jobs. So if you are looking to start your journey, these are some of the things that you are going to get access to. All right. And because it has helped people, it means that it can also help you. Or don't you think? Guys, this is our own way of showing workings, right? This is our own way of showing workings. This has helped hundreds of our students. And that means that you are no exception. All right. So guys, we have a lot of, I can go on and on and on and on and on. And this is for somebody that asked, will there be internship? I think you have your answer now. After your program, you have 1 month internship opportunity with us. So you're done with your program. Remember, in your CV, you need to have experience. You need to have experience. This is the way we are provisioned for our students to have experience. You can see, I think when Ezekiel was presenting his profile, you can see part of his work experience. I don't know if you caught that. He wrote Business Analysis Associate at Nebient Analytics. How many of you saw that? How many of you saw that? If you saw that, give me a thumbs up. Exactly. So the minute you become a student at Nebient Analytics, you can add it to your CV that you work with Nebient Analytics. Do you know why that is valid? Because every week you are working on projects, just like you'll be working on projects in a real world organization. Remember, the idea for us is to help you build skills and also build real world projects and portfolio. And the only way we do that is to give you projects the way real world organizations will give their staff members project. And you can see some of the projects that Ezekiel worked on. He can present that as some of the things he did in his former organization called Nebient Analytics. So there's nothing like I learned from it was a training institution. No, it was a work environment where you got to learn and build skills. All right, that's the way we have designed Nebient Analytics to fill the gap that I mentioned. And if they ask you, okay, you said you work at Nebient Analytics, we need references and recommendation letter from the organization you said you worked at. Guys, guess what? We will gladly give you the reference and recommendation letter. In fact, we did it for someone. We did it for our student who recently got a job. All right, who recently got a job. Her name is Eileen Okai. All right, her name is Eileen Okai. You can see Eileen Okai here. These are LinkedIn. This is a screenshot of our LinkedIn profile. right? You can see when she got a job, when she got an offer, they asked her, look at where I underlined here. They said, you are also required to provide 2 references, 1 personal reference and 1 professional reference on letterhead, preferably from a what? From a previous employer. And guess what? Every of our students is an employee, meaning that we are your employer the minute you sign up to learn at Nebient Analytics. And once you have any offering that requires a recommendation letter, we would gladly give that to you. All right. So these are the reasons actually. So now you know our secrets. This actually is the reason why our students are getting jobs. This is the extra layered support that we provide for every of our students, and this is why our students are getting jobs. I can go on and on with testimonial. This is Oluwaseun, who got immediate results after optimizing his LinkedIn. Can you see, he's now a top business analysis voice. You know how many business analysts we have in the world. Now, one business analyst from Nigeria who had just recently gone through a 3-month training is now a top business analysis voice globally. That is something, right? And this is a Nebient touch that I'm talking about. So we have a lot. This is Lebura. You remember the lady that was talking? This is our project that got her the job. She built this dashboard. Somebody saw it and reached out to her. I'm like, no, I like what you built. Would like you to jump on a project with us. And she got the job. And since then, she has gone ahead to do other fantastic things. And now she's growing in the data analysis space. In fact, I get jealous of her sometimes because she calls me sometimes, Mr. Ayo, I just got a job from Canada. I'm like, are you serious? You know, these are the things that you can actually achieve. All right. So I can go on and go on with testimonial. This is Uduak Basi. You know, you can watch this video by yourself when you get the videos. All right. You can watch the videos. This is Amaka. A lot of testimonials. In fact, I have packed a lot of testimonials for you to watch just to, you know, inspire you, to remind you that you also can start your journey, right? You also can be a data professional. So I don't want to talk about too much testimonials because you can watch them by yourself. So my question to you is, do you want to keep hearing about testimonials, or you want to hear about how to join our next class, how to become one of these guys that will be sharing testimonials? As a student of Nebient Analytics, what do I put in my CV as a student in data sciences? You would put data science associates. You are a data science associate. Data science associate, Esther. The minute you become a student, in your CV, you would have data science associates. And if you like, you can say junior data scientist at Nebient Analytics. All right. And we will validate you if they require a reference letter. We would validate that claim. All right. So that's that about that. Now, guys, I'm still waiting in the chat. Only one person has responded. Do you want me to keep sharing testimonials, or you would like to? How do I become it? Exactly. So if you want to hear about how to become a student, please type in the chat. Fantastic. It's very simple. Join our program starting on the 5th of July. We have another group of students that will be starting their journey on the 5th of July, just a few weeks from now. These guys will become the next set of people that in a few weeks, in a few months, they would also be sharing testimonies of how they got job. And we would like you to be a part of that cohort starting on the 5th of July. And our program is structured in such a way that it is intensive, 3 months intensive training and 1 month internship after the training, right? So 3 months training, after the 3-month training, 1 month internship. And our classes hold on Saturdays. It is structured for working class people, all right? Holds on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., meaning that you don't need to quit your job for you to upskill. Keep upskilling. When you then get the job, you can then leave what you're currently doing. All right, that's the wisdom. Somebody said, what about being a student of data analytics? How do you put that in your CV? You are a data analytics associate, or you are a junior data analyst with Nebient Analytics. All right, you are a junior data analyst. Most of our students are data analyst students. On their CV, you find data analytics associates. All right, you are an associate, and I am the team lead. All right, so I would be your team lead because you'll be working with us. You're not really just learning. As you are learning, you would also be working on real world projects. All right, so classes hold 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday, and it is instructor led. You're not just watching video. The way we are in a session like this, you can ask questions. The instructor will share their screen. You build projects together. All right, that's how the class is structured. And every Sundays, we are going to release a set of instructional videos that you can watch at your own pace in preparation for the project you're going to work on Saturday. So throughout the week, from Sunday to Friday evening, you have videos to watch. And then everything you have learned, you then come and use it to work on a real world project on Saturday. Will it be student friendly because of time? Absolutely. It is student focused. The idea of the class is for students to gain value from the class. It is student friendly, beginner friendly. And also every Tuesday evenings, you have sessions called support sessions. So you have been watching videos or you attended class, some things are not clear, some things are difficult for you to comprehend. We come together on Tuesdays and we solve all those problems. We give clarity. Then on Thursday evenings, you come into our mentorship session. So every Thursday, we mentor you. You come into a session, there's a senior associate on the call who is going to guide and mentor you. All right, so you discover that throughout the week, you're only joining class on Saturdays, coming to technical session on Tuesdays, and Thursdays, mentorship session. Very flexible, but then the training is highly intensive so that you're able to build up capacity. Guys, now, if for people asking, what's the fee? You will be stunned by how affordable it is. All right, I will be sharing detail about the fee very shortly, but I have a special I feel I want to really help some people make the most of their journey. So for people that are going to register to start the program after tonight's session, personally, like I mentioned, I am going to optimize your LinkedIn profile for you so that you can start positioning yourselves. Yeah, Tuesdays, 9 p.m., Thursdays, 9 p.m. We want you to have gone to work, come back and relax a little. All right. The job responsibilities, you get to discuss that in class. You get to discover that in class, grow into it in class. All right. But then we can make room to talk about it a little. All right. So, like I was mentioning, the people that would, decide to start their training, all right, after tonight's session, I want to encourage you by personally optimizing your LinkedIn for you so that right from this week, you are starting to get in the radar of potential recruiters. Even before you learned all the skills, people are starting to notice you that, oh, this person is building capacity. Okay, all right, building capacity. Let's see what the person is able to, make of themselves in the next 2 months. And then they see you consistently. They are posting projects that you worked on. You're posting your thoughts in your field. And what that does is that it puts you in their radar. And whenever they have an opportunity, they think of you. Oh, this person has a nice profile, has work experience, has projects to back up. So when they are dealing with potential candidates that don't match their requirements, they remember that there's actually one person that matches their requirements and they reach out to you the same way they've been reaching out to our other students. All right. So to encourage you, I would personally help you revamp your LinkedIn profile. But I cannot, there's only so much that I can do. So I'm only going to keep this offer open for the first 10 people to register for our training program tonight. All right. Only the first 10. Once I have my 10 people, I'm going to close that offer so that I'm able to deliver. If I say I want to help 60 people, I might not be able to deliver. So I want to restrict it to just the first 10 people. All right. So to start your program, very simple. If you want to become a data scientist, a data analyst, or a business analyst, for 3 months and 1 month internship afterwards, the price for the training is 250,000 naira. All right. For 4 months duration with us, 250,000 naira. Now, if you go out there, you discover that this price is ridiculous. This fee, this amount is very ridiculous. All right. You have, people who don't even give you as much positioning, asking you to come with 500,000, 750,000, 1 million naira, $1,500. I saw one that was $1,500. But our focus is really not on the money. Our brand is, we want to pride on the fact that we helped Africans get jobs. We don't want to pride ourselves as the richest organization in the world. Our brand stands for the brand that helps Africans to transition into tech. All right. So that's why we have left it at this, very, very affordable amount. If you agree with me, affordable amount. Yes, you can take it one after the other. You don't have to take all three at once. All right. You don't have to take all three at once. Start with one. Get a job first. Remember, the focus is to get a job. Once you get a job, then it's easy for you to go for the next one. Do you understand? So that's the strategy, right? Don't just, it's not about skill. Get a skill, get skilled up, have projects to back that skill up, position yourself on LinkedIn, then get a job. Now, if you've gotten a job, you now want to learn the second one, then from the money you're making from your job, learn the second one, get a higher paying job. That's how to think about it. Do we understand? I think who said that? I think that's Chidera. Chidera, do you understand? All right, so it's 250,000. All right, but we have actually made it possible for you to pay this in 3 flexible installments. All right, so we have 3 installment plan. If you're unable to, pay the entire 250,000 at once, so if you're unable to, we have installment plan that you can take advantage of. If you can, why not pay the entire 250,000, start your program, and in weeks you are giving testimonies. All right. But if for some reason it is difficult for you to come up with the 250,000 at once, you can take advantage of our installment plans. Pay a first installment of 85,000. Pay a second installment of 85,000 1 month after you've started the program. Meaning that once you pay the first installment, you can actually start the program. With 85,000 naira, you can start the program. And 1 month into the program, you pay the second installment. That means you have 1 month to look for another 85,000. Then after that 1 month, that means 2 months after you started the program, you then balance up with the third installment of 80,000. So it's very flexible. You pay an initial balance, or you pay an initial deposit of 85,000 to start the program. You have you have the opportunity to do the program for 1 month before you pay the second installment, and 1 month after that, meaning 2 months, then you pay the third installment. So this way is flexible and you're able to manage your payments. Guys, does this make sense to you? Does this make sense? If this makes sense, please give me a thumbs up. If this makes sense to you, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Fantastic. So now my question is, which of the program is first advisable to register? Can I pay 250K right away? Yes, absolutely. You can pay 250K right away. If you want to pay 250K right away, here is the account details. All right. So you can just send a direct transfer to these account details. And once you do, please let us know so that we can send you the enrollment form. All right. Okay, awesome. So please, you have the account details on the screen. And also, you have in the chat box a direct link that you can click on to make payments. And once you are done, you also have once you are done, let me even drop my number so that once you are done making payments, you can just send me a proof of payments. That's my number, Ayobami Yusuf Nebiant. All right. 07065. So once you're done, send proof of payment, and then we will send you an enrollment form immediately so that you can enroll for the program. And congratulations, you have started your journey. All right. But for people who cannot pay 250,000 naira right away, all right, you can start by paying 85,000 naira first installment. All right, first installment. Okay, so and once you pay the first installment, we enroll you into the program and you can start the program. Now, for a special set of people, but before I mention that, first of all, type in the chat if you are registering for the program. Let me take note of you first of all. If you have interest in registering for the program, you have interest in registering for the program, type a yes, I am registering in the chat box. Type yes, I am registering, or you can just type a simple yes. All the same is fine. And just type yes, or yes, I'm registering, or I am interested, anything. All right, fantastic. All right, fantastic. Good. So please let's take note of Samuel, Cynthia, Deborah, Marilyn, Poluwatife. Betterman, what's your name? What's your actual name? You can type in the chat, Betterman. If Betterman is actually not your real name. So I want to be able to keep tabs with you, follow you up. Okay. Idowu, Scholastica, and McDaniel. So let's take note of these people, because these guys, oh, your actual name is Peter. That's Marilyn Castro. All right, fantastic. So, and now, how many of you are able to pay the first installment of 85,000 tonight? Remember, once you are done, I'm looking for my first 10 people. All right, first 10 people that I will personally revamp their profile right this week. This week, I want to revamp your profile. So if you're able to pay your first installment tonight, give me a thumbs up. You don't need to type anything. If you're able to secure your seat with the first installment this night, give me a thumbs up so that I take track, I keep track, and I'm able to include you in my list of people that I'm going to revamp their. I think Tolu has taken a slot, so automatically Tolu becomes one of the people that I'm going to revamp his profile, is LinkedIn this week. So Tolu, once you're done with the payments process, please just let me know immediately so that I can follow up with the next process. All right. So for everybody that typed yes in the chat, this is what I can do for you to still be able to take advantage of my LinkedIn offer. All right. This is what I can do. So for the first installment, if you don't have the entire 85,000 naira tonight, you can secure your seats with 30,000 naira. So part of the first installment, if you can pay 30,000 naira to register for the program, to indicate interest, automatically you have become a part of the people that I'm going to be revamping their profile. So you can secure your seat with part of your first installment. Let me know in the chat. Type or give me a thumbs up so that I don't mistake that for people that are saying yes. Okay, Samuel Johnson can secure his seat tonight All right, fantastic. So I'm taking note of that. So Samuel Johnson, okay, Mark Daniel also, and Cynthia. So these three people, check the chat box or use what is on my screen to make your initial 30,000 deposit. And once you're done, please immediately let us know so that we can enroll you. We'll send you a form, all right? We'll send you a link to a form to enroll you into the program. And immediately I confirm that I'm adding you to the WhatsApp group and would work on your LinkedIn immediately. All right. So please go ahead to take advantage, just secure your seat with 30,000 naira. And then, so when can we complete the remaining payment? So this is how it works. Let me break it down for you. Remember the first installment. Okay, Amara can make the initial deposit tonight. Fantastic. All right, Amara, you can also join them. In a payment link has been dropped in the chat. Now for Chidera, if remember the first installment is 85,000 naira. All right. For let me see your name. For Christabel, don't worry, we would have a conversation. All right. Now for Amara, let me answer Amara first. Is it Amara now? Or no, Chidera Cynthia. Now remember the initial deposit is 85,000, but because you cannot, source the entire 85,000 naira tonight, you can part of that first installment make an initial one of 30,000 with 30,000 naira. All right, with 30,000 naira, you have automatically, taking advantage of my LinkedIn offering, meaning that you have paid part of your first installment. You then need to complete that first installment before you start your program. And remember, the program is starting on the 5th of July. So you pay 30,000 tonight. Find a way to ensure that the remaining 55,000 is completed before July 5th to make it 85,000. And once that is done, you can start the program. Then 1 month after that, second installment. And then 1 month after that, meaning 2 months after the first deposit, the third installment. Do you understand? Do you understand how that works, Christabel? Do you understand? You can just give me a thumbs up, right? You can just give me a thumbs up if you understand. All right, fantastic. So you have my number in the chat. So once you're done making payments, please send me a proof of payments, all right? Or you can use any of the number on my slides. You have Debbie's number, you have Laju's number, you also have Mohammed's number, all right? So if you're unable to copy all of those numbers, you can also send your payments proof to my number. I've put my number in chat. All right. So if you have made payments or you are in the process of making payments, please give me a thumbs up. Let me track from my end. If you have made payments or in the process of making payments or you're still going to make payments tonight, I think I've identified 2 people. Please give me a thumbs up. Let me take that again. You have made payments, maybe the entire 250,000 or the first 85,000 or 30,000 to secure your seats. Any of those, you have made the payment or you are in the process of making the payment or you will make the payment tonight. Please give me a thumbs up so that I know the people that are getting into my WhatsApp tonight. All right. So Christabel, which one is it? So do you want to unmute or maybe you also want to type? Christabel and Betterman, which one is it? Have you made payment or you will make payment? You will make payment tonight. Okay, Amara will make 85K tonight. All right. So Amara, please send me a message immediately you are done. I want to add you to my WhatsApp tonight. All right. So that's for Amara. All right. So I've seen one person's message. Sam Joeng. Is this Sam Joeng now? I don't know who is Sam Joeng. Okay, please resend the message. Thank you. So I've seen Sam Joeng. I have your number now. I am adding Samuel Johnson. Okay, all right. Samuel Johnson. So Samuel Johnson has made payments. All right. Amara also said she's going to make payments tonight. Amara, once you're done, please send me the payments. The payment, what's it called now? The proof of payment. All right, proof of payment, so that I can add you. Payment of 30,000. Better man. All right, all right. So I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting so that I can add you, so that we start right away. So see, we are not joking about this. You must land that job. You must land that job, and we are serious about it. You might start to ask me, why are we this passionate? Guys, if you remember in my first slide, in my second slide, while I was introducing myself, I said that Anthony, I have not gotten your message, Anthony. I've not gotten your message. I've only gotten Samuel's message. Samuel made 30,000 payments. So Anthony, you might want to resend that message. Let me resend my number. This is my number. So you want to send the message to my number. All right. I also see that Chidebere was trying to reach me. All right. Chidebere was trying to reach me. All right. So as I was saying, guys, I think we can just close this by 10:30. All right, we can close this by 10:30. Let me support you guys. So okay. Anthony, your message was, are there different batches? You make payments when Muhammad presented. All right. So that means that Muhammad definitely must have told you that Marilyn, send me a WhatsApp message. All right, Marilyn, send me a WhatsApp message. Pick my number from the chats and send me a WhatsApp message. All right. So Mohammed must have mentioned to you that he has a support for you, right, when you paid. Give me a thumbs up if that is true. Fantastic. So definitely that is still on the table. All right, that is still on the table. If you have paid, don't worry, you're already a part of the Nebians family. Don't worry, you're already a part of the Nebians family, and you start enjoying all the benefits of being a member of the Nebians family. All right, so I'm waiting for the rest of us. I'm waiting for someone like Better Man. I'm also okay. So Christabel, are you Samuel? Barale Christabel. I'm sorry for pronouncing it that way. It cannot be Samuel. Definitely cannot be Samuel. So Christabel said she has made full payment. Have you sent the proof of payment to me? Hi, Christabel. You can just type your message in the chats. All right, so I'm waiting for Christabel. Okay, you're already in the June course. You're already a member of the Nebians family. You're already a member of the Nebians family. All right. So yeah. Okay, Peter. All right. I'm also waiting for. I'm waiting for. Amara. I'm waiting for Amara. Is Amara still on the call? Let me see. Is Amara still on the call? 10:30. I'm shutting this down so that we can have a good night rest. So let me see if Amara is still on the call. I'm waiting for Amara and some. Remember to brief us duties of a data scientist associate as should be on. I'm already a member as well. Okay, since you're already a member, don't worry. You have all of those in place. Don't worry. Since you're already a member, you have all of those. Everything that I've mentioned tonight. Congratulations to you. You started enjoying. Yes, the call is recorded. The call is recorded, Emmanuel. I'm guessing that's Emmanuel Ima. So I'm not sure if Amara is on the call. I'm unable to see the full member list for some reason. Okay, I think I can now. Amara, I'm not sure if Amara is still on the call. All right, so guys, make sure you fill the attendance form so that, okay, Amara is still on the call. Okay, so Amara, I'm waiting for you. I want to do all the you know, all the WhatsApp adding the group. I want to do it before I go to bed. All right. So, guys, if you have any questions for me, please, I would like to take a few questions before. All right, Amara, fantastic. So, if you have a question, you can just raise your hand. You can use the raise hand icon. Let me show you. This is the raise hand icon. You can use it. So, let me take some questions before we call it a night. It's been fantastic chatting with you guys. So, anybody has any question for me? And don't forget, we are going to share these slides with you and the recording. Just make sure you feel the attendance. All right. And if you want to reach out to me personally, maybe you duties of a data scientist associate, or so basically a data science associate helps businesses to predict future outcomes. All right. So you're going to be building a lot of machine learning models, a lot of who is, sorry, I don't know. Okay, Amara. Okay, I've seen Amara's message. All right, fantastic. So Amara's also automatically, congratulations. You've also automatically qualified for my LinkedIn revamp. Amara's made the 85,000 initial deposit. All right, congratulations. You'll be hearing from me shortly after the call. All right. So as I was saying, data scientists help businesses predict future outcomes. All right. Predict future outcomes so that these businesses can prepare for these futures. All right. If you know what is likely to happen in the future, you can prepare for it so that you're in a better position when that future arrives. But more technical, specific details, you would grow into it as as you get in the program. So, and again, we also host, apart from these sessions, we also host daily sessions that we call clarity session. This clarity session, you can ask any question that you have about what we talked about tonight or any other thing related to choosing a career path in tech. All right. So the session holds tomorrow night, every day from Monday to Friday. All right. Information will be shared on the WhatsApp group, the community WhatsApp group. All right. So I want to assume that we don't have any more question. Let me see who else I'm waiting for. Who else am I waiting for? Amara is good. Peter, hi Peter. Do you need any support? Do you need any support? Peter Umeadi. Do you need any support in securing your slot tonight? Cynthia, what's the update with you? Am I adding you? Imatech, right? Imatech, and also let me start from Tolu. I'm not sure if Tolu is still on the call. Tolu, if you're on the call, give me a thumbs up. Hi, Tolu. I think you're the first person that's signified. Tolu, if you're on the call, please give me a thumbs up. All right, send me a message, Peter Marilyn Castro. Send me a message. Please send me a message tonight so that I can see if I can still add you to that list. All right. So please, guys, if you have questions, we have about 8 minutes before we shut this down. If you still want to join my WhatsApp group, let's get you jobs, guys. Let's get you jobs. Let's revamp your LinkedIn. Let's help you. All right, Amara, thank you. Yeah, I saw your message. You would chat shortly after now. Thank you. Good night, Amara. All right. So, guys, for revamp, Christabel, have you sent me your payment receipts? Christabel, have you sent me your payment receipts? Absolutely. I'll be happy to add you. I'll be happy to add you. Or are you the one that said you're already in the program? I think Christabel, I think I saw Christabel. Christabel, you can tell me, are you already in the program? Are you the one that said you're already in the program? Very quickly, Christabel. Okay, you're already in the program. All right. Just send me a message. Just send me a message, all right? Send me a WhatsApp message. All right, so I think that that is all for tonight. No questions, and nobody else wants to take up the slots. All right, so guys, one last time, I'm going to drop my WhatsApp number on the group. All right, I'm going to drop my WhatsApp number on the group one last time on the chat box. 07065782532. Now, if you still want to take advantage, you want to secure your seats, all right, tonight, tomorrow morning, maybe you're unable to do that tonight, but you still want to take advantage, I can still keep my slot open till tomorrow, all right? So if you want to take advantage of that tomorrow, please send me a WhatsApp message. We'll see how we can make that work for you, all right? We'll see how we can make that work for you. All right. So, guys, thank you for joining the session. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in class. We look forward to helping you build capacity, and not just capacity. I look forward to helping you build projects that you can showcase to your potential recruiters. So this is where we're going to draw the curtain for tonight. Good night, and have a sound sleep and a peaceful night, everybody. Goodbye and good night.